salesforce.com. Okay, you need to go to this particular website, or you can directly go to sign up page. Okay, so we'll go on this sign up URL. So let me sign up URL and let me put it here. Here we need to provide some details. Okay, so first name. Everyone go on mute if you are not speaking.
Ravi,
Sorry, Pranav, I muted you since there was too much noise from your side. If you have anything, put in chat. Then role, you can give anything. Let me take developer. Company name. Country, you can select anything. Okay, and then username. Again, username should be unique. Let me try with same email ID. What it will take email ID or not. Okay. And then click on sign up. So it will take few seconds. It's saying this username already used, so I will do. So saying please check your email. Verification URL. So what it's saying, like whatever email ID I used, that email ID already in use. Okay. So let me use a different email ID. Okay, so I'm not receiving any email from this. Let me check if I can resend. There is no option to resend also. Okay. Meanwhile, we will receive here. So I have already account. So once you will complete the sign up, I have already account. So after that, what you need to do, you need to go to this login page. Here you need to provide your user ID and password. Okay. So I have already like auto-filled option is there. So it already detect my user ID and password and will do login. Password, new password and confirm new password. Now we are inside the Salesforce page. Okay. And meanwhile, I seen in chat, someone is asking like why we need Salesforce account. So most of the project like where you will work as a MuleSoft developer. So you will have like a small, either small integration or most of the integration with Salesforce. Okay. Since both are from same vendor, MuleSoft is also Salesforce product only. Okay. And it's very demanding, like Salesforce is also very demanding. So most of the like your 80% project in MuleSoft, they have Salesforce integration. Okay. So whenever you will work in MuleSoft, if you have basic knowledge of Salesforce, then definitely it will give you lots of advantage. Okay, I'm not asking you to be expert in Salesforce, but you should have basic knowledge. Okay, so you will not be always dependent on Salesforce team member. Okay, at least basic thing you can do by yourself. And if anything will be advanced, then yeah, definitely you will take help of Salesforce team member. And slowly, I will suggest like once you will learn MuleSoft, slowly you need to keep learning Salesforce also. Okay, so Salesforce also has very good market, and it's like demanding technology, and it's easy to learn also. So I prefer to do this, and for that reason, I learned a bit, and I'm keep learning. And at the same time, to complete this project, we don't have any Salesforce team. Okay, so whatever like Salesforce thing you need in this project, you will only do for your like for your project purpose. Okay, so I will teach you, I will help you, and we have one team member who know like who is from Salesforce. So that person will also help you if you will stuck anywhere. But I am trying to give you basic understanding of Salesforce, which will help you in multiple way. Okay, for this project also, what we are going to do, and in future also when you will work with any like client, and you will not be completely dependent on Salesforce team. Okay. Now coming to Salesforce account, this is your first page. Here we have three options. One is setup option, setup service, and developer console. In setup, you will able to see all the like object detail and everything. Okay, what all Salesforce object we have and what all fields are there. So if you want to see all those things, then you will go in setup. And then if you want to work with any data, okay, then you will click on this name. Okay, here click on open in new tab, and this will take you in another page where you will be able to see this lighting experience. And here you will have all the object and you can play with any object, like you can insert data manually. Let's say I have one object. Let's say go with standard object. We have one account object. OK, so you can click on new account and then it will ask you to enter the data. OK, once you will enter the data, you will click on save. One new record will be created in this account object. OK, let me do it for members. Okay, once you will enter all the data, click on save. And then you can see this particular member got created. Okay. So here in this particular page, you will able to see all the, or if you want to see all the existing member. Okay, let's say I will go to this, and if I will click on all, then we will able to see all the member. Okay, here we have too many members. Now here you can see we can see multiple columns here. Okay, if you want to add new column, okay, so here you can see select field to display. In this setting, we have select field to display. Side visible field, you can see one list is there. Okay, whatever field you want to see, you can move from left to right. So whatever field you will put in this list, you will able to see only those field. Let's say I want to see only 4-5 field. I don't want to see this one country, word, status, location. So I want to see only few field. I want to see only this 5 field. Click on save. See, we are now able to see only this 5 field. Okay, it's up to you how you want to customize. So how many columns in that record, how many columns you want to see. So you can like select here in this select field to display. Okay, and here you can like recently viewed, or you can see all also. And if you want any particular one, you can go in search also. Okay, so we have this kind of option. Coming to second tab, if you go here, okay, in the setup tab, so in this setup tab, you can see we have here object and field. Okay, so in this particular object and field tab, you can see this object manager. Okay, so here you will able to see we have multiple object, and in this type you can see what kind of object is there, standard object or custom object. In Salesforce, we can have two kind of object. One is standard object, which will be predefined object. Okay, so this is standard object will be predefined object. Whenever you will create account, all this standard object will come automatically. You don't need to create. Okay, and you can see here custom object. So this A custom object will come when you will create this custom object. Like we have capability to create object. So when we will create object, then this custom object will come. Okay. So standard object are predefined object and custom object we can create. Now, if you want to go through detail of any object, so you can click on that particular object. Here you can see this API name, like object name, and then you can get more description and you can go in field and relationship. In this field and relationship, you will able to see all the element of this object. Okay. So in Salesforce, whenever we create object, okay, it's similar to database table. Okay, in table, what we should have multiple, like we used to have multiple column. So in Salesforce object, we used to have multiple elements. Okay, we can insert data in these element. Okay? And in this way, we can create multiple record for same object. In database, how we do? Database, we have table. So table is equivalent of Salesforce object. Then inside table, we have multiple columns. Okay, like you can say attributes. In Salesforce, we have multiple fields, or you can say attribute also. So these are the field. Okay, and each field you can insert one data. Okay, including all this data in all this field, we term it as one record. Okay, so once you will enter data in all the field, one account record will be created. How we create record in database. Okay, so here you can see we have multiple elements of this particular object. Okay, and you can see here types are there, which type of this attribute is there. Some places you will able to see pick list, some places you will able to see lookup. Okay, so lookup means it's like connected with some other table, other object. Okay, then lookup relation will be created. Other data type is date, text, content. Okay, we have multiple data type here. Okay, so inside this you will able to see object detail, and here you will able to see their field detail. Okay, whenever you will write any query, you will use. Okay, so field name will be used to write any query. Like if you want to retrieve any data from Salesforce, we need to write SQL query. Okay, so when you are writing SQL query, you need object name and you need their column name. Okay, so we'll see one demo SQL query. So first, let me open this particular object. With this one is member object. Here you can go in quick search and you can search member. This object. So this particular object here you can see in this object API name contains __c. Okay, in Salesforce they have one standard. As per their standard, if there is any object or any field which is custom one, then you will get __c. So here inside member, we have API name member __c. That means this member is a custom object. Okay, and if you go in field and relationship, so these are the element of this particular object. Wherever you can see __c, that means these are custom element of this object. Custom means we have created, it was not there when we created this. Like we created it manually. Okay, so wherever __c will come, that means it's custom one. Okay, now in this member object, we know object name also, and we know their attributes name or element name also. Now, if I want to write SQL query, then how we will write? This tab option only we have developer console. Okay, so here Okay, here we have one example only. So let me take this example only. So here we have written one SQL query for this particular object. This is the object name, and these are the elements of this object. Okay, let's say I want to write query for this object. So what is the object name? Okay, let's say first we'll go on field name. What all field we want to retrieve? I want to retrieve first name. I want to retrieve last name, marital status. So this is the field name. Select name underscore C. Underscore C. Okay, from which object? From object name. We'll get we'll get from details. On execute. So you can see we can see all the first name, last name, and marital status. Okay. Now let's say I want to add some where clause also. So we can add where clause where status. Okay, so you can see whoever fulfilling this particular condition, we are fetching all those record. Okay, and what all we are retrieving from there, first name, last name, and marital status from this member C object. Okay, so if you want to run any SQL query, okay, sometime when you are running this on your endpoint studio, like you have some doubt or something, so you want to run that particular query. Okay, so if you want to run that particular query in Salesforce, then you need to go in this developer console and you can run SQL query. So once you will click on that, this console will come and you can write here SQL query. So in this way, we have seen like in this particular tab, if you go and click on the name of this user, okay, then this tab will come and here you will able to see retrieve object and you can create record manually. Okay. Inside setup tab, we have this object manager where we can see object detail and their field and relationship. Okay. And, let me see any other thing. So we seen this one, then we seen setup and then developer console. One important thing we need to know in Salesforce, that is setting one. You can go in setting and you can search here. Yeah, you can see here, change my password, reset my security token. Okay. So whenever you will connect with Salesforce, okay, and if you are using basic authentication, then you need security token. Okay. And how you will retrieve this security token? So you can go to reset security token. So once you will click on this, okay, so one token will be sent in your email ID and we will use that token whenever we want to connect on Salesforce. 0 minute ago. So this is the security token. Okay. So whenever you will generate this token, you need to keep save it, like you need to keep store it somewhere. So you need to use this particular token to make connection with Salesforce. Okay. So whenever you will create, just save it somewhere. So we'll use this, yeah, in future, like when we will connect with Salesforce and when we will configure the Salesforce connector at that time, we will use basic authentication and we need to provide this token there. Okay. At this moment, like you need to know all this capability, what we are going to use, and custom object part, how to create custom object, that we will see while working on project. Okay, at that time I will explain how to go and how to create custom object. Okay, that part we will see there. So far, anyone has any doubt on Salesforce part, let me know quickly.
Ravi, here I have a question. Are you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. What is the difference between lead account in Salesforce and the another one is what is the difference between object right now? We create the object, right? Can you explain between the difference both of them? The lead account
Okay.
and the,
Yeah. So what I know about the lead account, actually, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe if someone is from Salesforce, if someone has idea, you can also answer. But lead account, like will capture all the information from different leads. Okay. And then they use that information to make their business. Like whenever you will go for any you can say project or anything, then you need multiple leads. Okay. And then you will connect with those lead to confirm your assignment or something. Okay. So might be for that purpose, we are using this lead account. At this moment, we are not going to use in this project. And I also don't have much information, but we have one Salesforce team member. So we'll check with that team member and we'll let you know. Or maybe if someone is here from Salesforce part, you can answer this particular question.
okay, thank you.
Ravi, my account shows trials ends in 14 days. Do I need to create new one or this is sufficient?
This Salesforce one.
Yeah, Salesforce one.
Okay. I'm not sure like how long means you are using that particular account, but this account I created, I think 1.5 years back, and it's working so far. Okay. So if you are getting that kind of notification, then might like you can go and you can create new one. Okay. In your case, like you can use same email ID, only thing username need to be changed. And if it is not expiring, then you can use same one. But I am using this account from last 1.5 years, and I am able to do everything. First case, you can create new account, so you can use same email ID, so there should not be any challenge. Question on this part, Salesforce setup part. Next, like for database, again, we have multiple options, like we can use Oracle database, we can use Azure data lake, or we can use any MySQL server. So I know one, like for Azure and all, like creating trial account and all, it's very hectic task. Okay. But this remote MySQL, it's a very like simple one. So we are going to use this remote MySQL one. Okay. So for this, what you need to do, your Gmail, like go to your browser, type here Clever Cloud. Go to Clever Cloud web page and go to sign up. Here you need to provide email ID. So once you will create your account, so it will ask you to confirm your account. So I will go to my Gmail, verify your address. Then it will take me through Clever Cloud account. And here it's asking me billing address and all. So we can provide any dummy data. Credit card I will not add. So let it be for now. Now here you can see we have option add an organization. Click on this and you can provide any organization name. So we created one organization here, developer guide. Okay. And then so once you will create organization, you will get this kind of option create. Click on this create. And here you will get option add, sorry, and add-on. Okay, you need to select this option. And here you will able to see services like what this Clever Cloud are providing. Okay, they are providing multiple Redis, they are providing, then MongoDB, MySQL, Jenkins, what other Elasticsearch, like this is also logging framework only. So they are providing many good services which we like. If you will join any project, you might need this kind of services. Okay, here Elasticsearch is very famous one. Many project use this. Jenkins, many project. Then MongoDB also, MySQL also, PostgreSQL also, Redis is this one is also widely used. Okay, but here we are going to use MySQL service. So select this. Top, you will get this dev one. Use this one. Okay, this one like it's a trial account and you don't need to pay anything for this. They will give you 10 MB of size, which will be good enough to work on your project. And maximum connection, you can make 5. We need only 1 connection, so it's okay. Okay, and then click on next. And here again, we need to give name. So once your account will be successful, you will get login credential. Okay, so you need to store these credentials somewhere. So this will be username. This will be okay. This is your host, not username. Then database name. Let me do one by one. This is your host name. Okay. Whenever we make any database connection, we need to provide everything. Then database name. Name. Have this password. So we need all this detail whenever you want to make any database connection. Okay, and you can see those options inside admin tab. Now we will go on my PHP my admin tab, and here you will get all the database what we have. Sometime it will take time to load. Okay, here database name will come, but if you are creating new account, it might take some time to load that. So we'll wait for that for 1-2 minutes. Okay, now it's loaded. So here you can see we have databases. Click on this. Here you will get two databases. One is information schema and another one is your database name. So select this one. Okay, don't go on information schema. Go on this one. Okay, and it will ask you to create table and all. So let me create one student table. Number of column 4. I give name, character, length 50, then role, integer 10, then this. Okay. If you want to make anything as a primary, then you can select that particular option. Not null attribute. Where is that primary one? Primary one. So let me make this roll number as a primary. Concept. So one option we have, like we can go in this particular, like inside database only, we will get this option to create table. Or if you want, you can write SQL query also. Okay, here, if you want to work on write create query, you can write here. Okay, and if you want to write insert or select or any other query, you can write it here. So let's say I created in student table, so I want to write insert query. So let me put value. Name I want to give as a was integer, address, one record inserted successfully. If you want to see, you can go to browse option. Yeah, you can see here name, developer guide, role this, and inside this particular object or table, inside this particular table, we inserted this record. Okay, so using this Clever Cloud, you can easily maintain your database, like you can create table and all. Okay, and we will connect with Anypoint Studio with this SQL database, and we'll do our required thing. Okay. In database part, everything will be same. Only connection detail will change if you are moving from SQL database to any other database. Otherwise, query and everything will be same. Let's say in your project you have requirement to connect with Azure Data Lake. Then you need to provide that Azure Data Lake user ID, password, host port, and other detail. Okay, a part of that, everything will be same. How we are creating table and all, how we are writing query, and everything will be same. Okay, so we are good with this part also. Let me know if anyone has any query. Then we'll start this Jira part, Jira and conference. Email part we'll see later on again, but 10th and 11th will complete today. Okay, and Jira will be very important thing here. It will be like we need this, we need very good understanding of this ticketing tool. So whenever you will go on any project, you must need to follow any ticketing tool. Either it's a ServiceNow, that is also very famous tool, or it will be Jira. Okay, so most of the project follow this ticketing tool. Okay, fine. So let's start with Jira one. Okay, so for Jira, then we need to create. Better to take a 5-10 minute break. Okay, since we need like almost 1 hour session for this. So let's take today a small break, only 5-minute break, and then we'll start for Jira and conference. Then we'll complete our session. So after 5-minute break, we will take 1 hour session.